Everyone, how's it going? I've been thinking about what this channel update was going to entail for past week, really. This is a this is a time of excitement, right? There's a lot of stuff happening, and this is a time where as gamers we should all be excited. We got E3 coming up, and especially people on my channel, we got the release of Mirror's Edge Catalyst next week. It's a time. And by the way, like AMD's new Polaris graphics cards, got the GTX 1080 and 1070 that are launching and just launched. It's all this stuff, that's really worthy of getting really excited for. Even if you're not a particular big gamer, there's just a lot of stuff happening right now. That's a good. It's a great time to look forward to and to see what's coming up and everything like that. For me, really, there is no enjoyment factor that I can muster up at all at this time. And there's a lot of stuff happening with me personally that's preventing me from really being the excited, very forward thinking type of person that you guys all know me as. And it's not necessarily, because it's not just the computer. If it was, I mean, it's not just that, right? Because that's just one thing, and it's annoying. It sucks, but it's that piled on top of something else, piled on top of something else, piled on top of something else, piled on top of this and this and this, and all these things, which to be honest are quite substantial, that are all piling on top of one another, all at this time. And it's painful, it's emotionally just draining, and for lack of a better term, it just plain sucks. And so the point that I'm getting at right now is that really I am accountable to you guys to create content. My computer being broken has hindered me from creating content. So I have only this, and I'm thankful that my phone is actually, it's a 2-year-old phone. Can you believe that the audio is as crisp and the video looks as crisp as it does? I mean, this is a pretty damn looking, good phone, and it looks really good on YouTube, and so I have at least an avenue to communicate with you guys, but there hasn't been a lot going on. And I explained this already in a quickie vlog, but there's a lot of critical stuff happening. And it really comes down to how am I going to handle all this critical stuff happening. That's really what it comes down to. Let's talk about Mirror's Edge Catalyst first. All right. I've been keeping up with the trailers and the news as you guys have, but I wish I could say that I cannot wait to play the game when it comes out. I wish I could say that. And I feel that way, right? I feel that way, but I don't have the energy, and even if I don't even have the willpower to even fake excitement. Like that's how draining these situations are. My computer's broken. It will not be fixed by the time Mirror's Edge comes out. It will not. I will not have that new motherboard fixed by then. The thing is, though, even if this computer was fine, even if it was all fixed, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this. I'm prepared for Friday or for Tuesday." Excuse me. I don't know if I could necessarily sit down and play that game. That experience, out of all these games, the Mirror's Edge experience is one that is so critical and important to me that I just simply don't want anything, no matter how small, distracting me from my experience. And it's gotten to the point now where I am distracted with my gaming experiences. Like I'm playing Quantum Break right now on my Xbox One, and I've started playing it like on Saturday, Sunday, one of those days, and I probably played about 4 hours of it. I have like no desire to go back. Not and the thing is, it's a great game. I'm really enjoying it, but I don't have the energy or willpower to sit there and say I want to go play this game. I don't have the frame of mind to. And that's my issue here because this now it's dangerous. Now outside things are tainting my experiences with games. And I'm one that prides myself on having the best experience with games. I want to have the best sound quality. I want to have the best display. I want to have the best computer possible, the best consoles possible. I want to experience the game in the best possible way that I can. And I have all the tech, right? I have it all, but when life starts interrupting and frustrating you and just again sort of intoxicating your experience with stuff that you enjoy, then you have to kind of sit back and ask yourself, well, is this really even a good time for me to sit down and enjoy games? Do I really want to sit down and play Mirror's Edge Catalyst feeling this way? Where my enjoyment, my viewpoint on the game can be severely impacted. My desires, my goals, everything about me focusing on that game, me sitting there enjoying it, all in danger of being poisoned, tainted, whatever you want to say. That is what I'm dealing with right now. Now, I could very well play Mirror's Edge Catalyst on release. I have the collector's edition pre-ordered on the PlayStation 4, so I can do the unboxing for you guys. So my PlayStation 4 works fine. I could very well play the game on release. Again, do I really want to do that? Feeling this way, is it appropriate? And that's my dilemma at the moment. In a way I don't expect you guys to really fully understand. I know there's some that do understand because maybe some are going through the same, not the same issues necessarily, but they understand that you know life fucks you sometimes. And I'm not necessarily one to believe in fate, but I just find it a funny coincidence, if at all it's a coincidence, that this is all happening at this point in time. It wasn't last year. It's not next year. It's right now. I kind of find that funny. It's something that you kind of have to laugh at, right? You kind of have to laugh at it because wow, okay, you're a fan of a game. You've been waiting 7.5 years for it. You built a computer specifically to play that game, amongst others, in the best possible way. Everything's ready to go, right? Computer breaks down a month before, okay, whatever, shit happens. But all this stuff from life, it just builds up and it gets to the point where it's all happening at the specific point in time where that experience becomes available to you. The specific point in time where that moment that you've been waiting so long for is going to happen. And it's all happening at that point. I mean, what are the fucking odds, right? I mean, really, what are the odds? I just find that hilarious. So that's basically my dilemma. Play Mirror's Edge on release on my PS4. Have my experience tainted with shit going on in my life. Wait to play it on PC. But again, by the time my PC gets fixed and up and running, I still won't be out of this frame of mind. Or I can hold off for like a month. Yeah, I fully expect it will take that long. A month, maybe a month and a half, something around there, to the point where I feel at least better, to the point where I can sit down in a positive light and play the game. And that's I feel bad for reviewers, especially like reviewers and stuff like that, because they have a specific time limit. And when they have shit going on in their life, they have no choice. I have a choice here because I don't work for any company. I don't sit here and have to review games on a specific deadline. I just play games and record my impressions and thoughts on it. That's my thing. But my experiences are so important to me. As an aspiring game developer, it's important to me how I experience the game and that I'm focused when I'm experiencing the game. That is critical. If anything else is influencing me or doing some stupid shit and just completely hurting my experience, that's not the game's fault. Although a lot of times we take it out on the games. A lot of people. How many times have you ever played a game and you said this game fucking sucks, and then you go back to replay it for whatever reason, and you're like, you know what, it isn't that bad. Odds are there was something going on in your life or something that just frustrated you at that point in time, and that hurt your opinion, your experience. And as a result, you had this bad taste in your mouth about this particular game. You went back to replay it, and it's like, oh, this is actually pretty enjoyable. This is actually pretty decent. It's not that bad. I've had a few of those experiences because I do tend to replay some games, especially when I'm at the other house and I just have my PS3 and 360. There's a lot of games that I get from my collection, so there's a lot of games I haven't played yet, right? But there are some games that I went back and I replayed, and I'm like, oh, I actually enjoyed this more than I did when I first played it. So, I mean, that's the thing. I feel I don't necessarily owe you guys an apology, but I feel bad. I feel really bad. And I know you guys are very supportive and everything, and you guys want me to stop saying I'm sorry, so I'm not going to apologize, but I hope that you can understand. I hope that you guys understand, that you guys can look at this and say, you know what, that is a really responsible decision, and that's kind of what I'm viewing this at. This is a responsible decision. Would you rather have me play, like seriously, if I could, would you rather have me play Mirror's Edge now, think to myself, oh yeah, it's good, but really feel like ugh, like this really sucks, or I wish I just had a better time playing this game and not being distracted by all this stuff, or would you rather we wait a month and a half and I'm like loving it every single minute? And all this stuff has been happening. This stuff has been happening over the period of I should say it's been building up over the period of a couple months. It's just all exploding at this point in time. So when I played the Mirror's Edge beta, yeah, I had a lot of shit going on, but it didn't. I wasn't completely distracted. I was a little bit distracted, but I wasn't completely distracted, but it didn't hinder me enough from being able to experience the game in an enjoyable light. Now it is. This is why it's taken me, like Quantum Break's like barely an 8-hour game. This is why it's taken me like a week to beat the game. Seriously. Just to get through the game. So I needed to get that off my chest, and I needed to explain that to you guys, and what I don't want is disappointment. And because right now I'm just feeling like I'm disappointing everyone in my life. That's how I feel. It's not direct depression, but it's just wanting the nightmare to be over. And there's a way to get out of it. And I'm doing my best to get out of it, but it's just hard. That's it. It's quite frankly hard. Like emotional like issues and problems and experiences, traumatic experiences have a great deal of effect, more so than just physically. Like there's some people I know who just physically can't enjoy games, and it really sucks and it's frustrating, right? But it's a very different experience being physically unable to enjoy games versus being emotionally unable to enjoy games. A lot of people would rather be in my situation, since nothing's really holding me back physically, right? I'm healthy, but they can still understand how I feel to some degree. So let's move on to E3 really quick, because I don't want this to be a completely long channel update. E3 is coming around the corner, all right, and I'm still going to that. I am still going to that. That's not changing, all right. I'm going to the official E3 this time. This is my first year going to the official E3 trade event, but we also got press conferences and stuff, right? So I'm just gonna go over quickly what press conferences I'm going to and how I'm gonna handle this. EA Play and Bethesda are on Sunday, June 12th. Now EA is being frustratingly stupid with their schedules, and they put their EA Play event that conflicts with all times of the press conferences. So their EA Play events, sorry for blocking the rest of the camera there, their EA Play event starts at 4. The Bethesda press conference starts at 7. So they have a play session from 4 o'clock to 5:30. No. It's 4 o'clock to like 6:15 or something like that. Yeah, like 6:15, 6:30. Here's the issue. Like, I already signed up to go to EA Play, so I'm already registered. But they have these things. You have to sign up if you want to play games. If you want to play Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2, you have to sign up, and that's what I did. I signed up, and I signed up to play Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2, but you had to pick a time, right? It wasn't just like, oh, you're on the list, all right, this demo's over in just a little bit, so you can join in right here. You have to, it's appointments. You have to go in at a set time. But all appointments conflict with the Bethesda press conference. If I went at the 4 o'clock one, I wouldn't have enough time to go to the Bethesda press conference and secure a seat. So I signed up at the time after the Bethesda press conference. The problem is that the Bethesda press conference, if I can speak, goes from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And then they have, Bethesda's doing they're called it Bethesda Plus, where they're basically allowing you to go there and play game demos. So you know Dishonored 2 is going to be playable. I'm super excited to play that. But the problem is that they're having that event, and the EA Playtime, the second appointment which I'm signed up for, conflicts with that event. So I'm scheduled to play Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 at 8:45 to 10 o'clock. But the Bethesda press conference ends at 8 o'clock. I'm going to be playing game demos. They'll probably be there for like an hour, so I'm going to be late for my appointment. Now, they said if you're late for your appointment, they'll put you like on a waiting thing. Like you'll have like a waiting line. But still, it's like, it's stupid how there's all these appointments going on. And I don't know when the EA Play thing closes. Now, EA Play's also taking place on Monday, but there's press conferences all day on Monday. So there's no possible way for you to, like, unless you only cared about EA games, like that's all you cared about, every single time the EA event takes place, it's conflicting with another event, like a press conference, all right? So I'm going to the Bethesda press conference no matter what. I'll try to show up for the EA Play. I hope I get in. I hope I'll be able to play those games. If I don't have time to play those games, then I hope that they're available at the E3 trade event thing, so then I can just go on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday and play them then. That might be better, all right? Monday, Microsoft is at 9:30, I believe, and they're doing an hour and a half press conference. Cool, going to that. We have the PC Gaming Show at like 11:30 or something after that. I'm going to that. We're signed up. Ubisoft is at 3 o'clock, I think. We're on the wait list. They couldn't get us direct tickets, but they did say that we got everyone in last year who was on the wait list. So they said just show up and we'll probably be able to get you in. So kind of yes for Ubisoft, all right? Sony will not get back to... I swear I contacted like 6-7 people via email. I've tried to ask for phone numbers. Sony PR sucks. They are the most... Like they are the equivalent... Like, you know Fry's Electronics, their customer service? That's like Sony PR. They refuse to get back to you. People that you contact do not... you don't seem to get an email reply at all. I sent emails out in April. I sent follow-up emails out in May. I found numerous new emails to people that I forwarded emails to, and no one has gotten back to me regarding Sony. I've been discussing this with Broken Games HD, and he says that pretty much what he's going to do is pretty much register on site, which I didn't even know you could do that. So we'll probably be doing that. We'll probably meet up and then we'll register on site and do that, and we'll just go to the Sony press conference. All right, so probably yes for that. All right, then Tuesday is the actual E3 trade event thing. I have to look up the map. I have to figure out where I want to go because I want to do it. What I did with CES is I just walked around. I just walked around with CES. I didn't have any direction of where I was going. I was with Jake and we were just like, oh, it's our first time experiencing this, so we just kind of walked around. But they have a floor plan out with labels on the booths. So I want to detail exactly where I want to visit and how long it's going to take me to visit there, so that when I go, I'm organized, I have a clear direction, and I can go there. I hope that turns out well, so we'll see. But I'm going all of the days, and I'll be doing videos, and my computer should be fixed by then, so I should be able to upload videos. And I also want to do things like an E3 predictions, but I just don't think I don't think I can do that because my computer's broken, and I want to do that with Jake. We were going to do an E3 impressions thing, but that's just not happening. So sorry for that, but I'll do my best. I think there's gonna be less. Well, I mean, there's gonna be videos of me going on the show floor, right? Like experiencing the show floor and game demos and stuff. But Jake's not going to E3. I couldn't get him in, so this is an issue because I don't have anyone to help me record videos. Unless Machinima gets back to me and they say, "Hey, we got an extra ticket. He's more than welcome to come." Hopefully, but I doubt that's gonna happen. So it kind of sucks. The whole thing kind of sucks right now, but you guys get my point. That's how I'm basically going to be handling it, and hopefully it all turns out well. And I'll do my best to cover as many things as possible from a wide variety of different genres and stuff. This is also an opportunity for me to network, not for partnerships really, but rather business opportunities, because this is a way for me to actually meet with some developers. I met with some people already. I met with a re-recording mixer who does some contract work for Naughty Dog. Yesterday, actually, I just met with some Infinity Ward developers. So I'm meeting with a few people from different companies who are just giving me tips and kind of, who are doing their best. It's just a way for me to network and get my name out there, so I look better and people know me. Make connections before you actually get into the industry and stuff like that. And that's really what I want. I think when I preach my message of I want to change the gaming industry, I want to propel creativity to a new direction, a new avenue, and I want to stop corporate greed. I want to prevent the gaming industry from becoming like Hollywood with the films, with films and the film industry. I think that's a really clear message, and I know every single person, I hope that if you're watching this, you agree with that as well. There's just a fine line because it's very much a business. It's just also having respect for the creativity that goes into these experiences. That's where I'm coming from, to find a happy medium, and prevent bullshit like Microsoft not wanting to put a black character on the cover of Fable, or shit like that. More creative experiences with a wide range of characters from different ethnicities, genders, and sexual preferences and things like that. So I'll let you guys know what happens with that, but I'll try to cover E3 as best as possible, and hopefully it does spark something well regarding me possibly getting something in the gaming industry, and we can go on from there. All right, so that is June. It's pretty much Mirror's Edge. I really want to sit there. I wish that everything was fine, but that experience is so important to me, and I care about it so much that I don't want anything interrupting or hurting the experience. I hope that you guys can respect that. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Please, please don't tell me anything. A lot of people are gonna probably say, the game's amazing, the game's fantastic, and you can tell me. I guess you can tell me that you like it, but don't. I don't. What I don't want is people telling me, like, oh my gosh, this is critical, or critical information regarding the story or different worlds or the game. You can be like, oh, the game's much bigger than I thought, but don't tell me, oh, in this district, if you go here, you can find this. Prevent. I want my experience to be as clear as possible, with nothing like that ruining it. All right. So I know a lot of you guys are going to want to share your opinions with me, and I want to hear your opinions. I really do. Just try to keep it as vague as possible, please. And it's not because you're going to hurt my feelings by telling me that you're enjoying the game and I'm unable to. Don't worry about that. It's not that. It's just that when I do experience it, I want to have a clear mind. I don't want to have to think about stuff. I don't want to have to remember, like, there's a collectible over here, or go over here. Let me find that, okay? And I will be when I do get this computer up and running and I do feel well, I will be streaming Mirror's Edge Catalyst on YouTube. And by the way, I keep forgetting the message. A lot of people See, I streamed the Mirror's Edge Catalyst beta for like 6, 8 hours. All that is on YouTube. Well, I don't think a lot of people. I think a lot of people missed that. Go to the Mirror's Edge Catalyst playlist, and you can see the streamed videos of Mirror's Edge. It's all on there. Seriously, it's all on there, and you can see it for yourself. And there's like 6 to 8 hours of me playing the Mirror's Edge Catalyst beta, maybe even more, all on all in the playlist. The reason it's in the playlist and not, you can't find it if you just search my uploads, because I hid it, because I don't want people like checking on my channel and seeing